the channel. So here to tell you why I believe graphite will rise in price, and if you invest in graphite, the right company, you could make good returns, especially because rates are rising, the stock market's going down, everyone's panicking. Could be a great opportunity to buy a stock. So I'll give you an example of buy low, sell high, CXO on the ASX. So this is why I believe you can make a lot of money with the right graphite stock in the future. Won't happen overnight. So here, lithium, get it out of the ground for $300, $400, sell it for $800. You're making double your money. It's like a 4-year payback period after you built the mine. But fast forward here, you're getting it out of the ground for $400, selling it for $3,000. So your numbers have just gone up sixfold. The payback period is decreased for 4 years to like less than 1 year. You get the idea. So that's why that's a $1.9 billion company. So if you're around here, it'd be hard to buy into this company, especially here. You look at all the years you have to wait. So it doesn't happen overnight, and it goes up. And if you bought here, went up to here, it's a lot of money, and then you see yourself lose a lot of money here. So you see it come down, and you're like, oh, you would have lost a lot of money, because if you bought here and held on to it, it kept going up, lost down. But if you knew the value of the company, you could have held on and kept riding up to a decent price here. I think it's quite expensive now because, well, unless they continue, do this mine, build another mine, and they become a leader in getting lithium out of the ground. But that future looks musky. So we'll go back to the notepad. So this is why I think graphite can rise. So that's lithium up here, $7,000 for Tesla at today's prices. So divide that used to be 7 times cheaper. So it was only it used to be $1,000 for your Tesla for the lithium. These are just really rough figures, but now it's around 7. So quite expensive. If you think a lot of money to pay for your lithium. But graphite right now, it's only $1,000 for your whole car. We do sort of know that it's in the Tesla, there's half natural, half synthetic. Roughly 1.2 kilograms of graphite per kilowatt hour. That will be half synthetic, half natural, but we'll just say it's all natural for the point of this exercise. So 60 kilowatt hour battery equals 72 kilograms of graphite, $11 a kilo. Because it's about $11,000 a ton for finished graphite, spherical coated graphite. That's a finished product. So you're about $800 for your 6 kilowatt, $1,000 for this. So if graphite went really rare, and you're going to buy a Tesla for $40,000, easy to say you'd easily pay another $3,000 or whatever if graphite. So if graphite goes up, you're still going to pay it no matter what. So that's why I think there's room to grow for graphites. And so back to the next thing is the stock market. So the stock market, not really good to look at this one. That's Magnus, ASX 200. So they're raising rates now because they've pumped too much money in the economy. House prices gone, everything's gone up so much. So the governing body, which is a group of people just like you and me, says, oh, the rates are going too high. We need to put rates up so people have more to pay on the mortgages, etc., etc. People will lend less, and the house prices will stay at a nice, steady incline. And so, of course, the governing body of people doesn't get it right all the time. Sometimes they put rates too low, it shoots up too high, so they need to put rates higher. And it's all a game, and you got to play to win. So, you get the point. So, CXO, if you saw lithium, where are we? Lithium was going to go well in the future. You could have studied, they had a good deposit near Darwin, another factor of buying a mining company. If they're near Darwin, it doesn't cost a lot to build the mine because there's people around close by. They don't have to drive so far to get to the mine to build it. You get the idea. Where it's 500 kilometers away, that's like triple the price, maybe 4 times the price, because think that one truck driver, he's got to drive all that way, stay somewhere at night. You get the idea. A lot more expensive the further away you are from a capital city. So if you're near a capital city like Core Lithium, you can save money building a mine and get that same lithium out of the ground and make money on it. So that's lithium. It's pretty high on the price of lithium right now, but it probably will stay that way for quite a while, because it seems Western Australia, Northern Territory is where that spodumene is. You need 7 tons of spodumene for 1 ton of lithium carbonate equivalent, and Western Australia is a place to do it. So yeah, that's lithium. Sort of Oregon. You might be able to buy a small player and go lucky. Picking that one could be harder than it is. Lithium price is high, so it could fall down. If it does fall down, these stocks will probably go down as well. Meaning you're not buying low, selling high here. You're sort of buying high here. Lithium price is high. Stock price is pretty high. Although, given a dream run, it could go higher. They could open up another mine, do 500,000 tons per year, make 3,000 ton. That's like a lot of money. So let's look at the graphite players. So they're all in this graph, most of them. There's other ones, IG6 and the ASX, one not on here. Yeah, so this one, you can buy this for $40 million. They got 13 million in cash. Mason Graphite, high grade, a lot of tons here, contained graphite in the ground. So that's 11 million tons of contained graphite in the ground. That means that's got a huge mine life. 17% grade, but the grade for them is 25% for the first 20 years or something. So they're 40 million. Talga, a bit further ahead, is like a $300 to $500 million company. So where are we? Another look at this company here. This company is Novonix Graphite, like New World Graphite. They are a $400 million company. They got this big resource. A lot of these companies have big resource that they could easily grow with more drilling, but they don't need to because this will last them so many years. So these companies, you can spend money to get the graphite out of the ground, sell it to China, as they do with lithium spodumene, or you can spend a lot more and process that graphite into spherical coated graphite yourself and get that much per ton. So that, as I said, was about $1,000 for your Tesla at that price. So that can easily go up 3 to 4 times, in my opinion. If there is a shortfall of that graphite, there's easily room for that to run 4 times, meaning this 4.2 year payback period will become like a 1 year payback period. So that's why I believe there's a shortfall in graphite. These numbers will get better, and so will that stock price will shoot up as well. That's my opinion. So Novonix Graphite, I don't know what happened here. Everyone crazy. Sometimes people just go crazy with stocks and pay way too much. Don't be that person paying too much. You want to buy, know the stock's good here, buy it low, preferably hold for 12 months, and if it goes past where they're at by a mile, one example of where stocks just go crazy, Novonix. Went to like 10 billion or something. They're never going to make, if you did the sums on them selling the product, that was a crazy price, ridiculous price. So not sure why this went so high, but it did. Could go back up there if the graphite price runs, which I think it will, because there'll be a shortfall of graphite because we need all that graphite for electric vehicles. So why buy these guys for 400 million? So these guys have about 30 million in cash, and they're getting into production. They say they're building the mine or something. So anyway, they've done feasibility study. But Mason Graphite, only 40. Take in mind, Novonix Graphite bought into Mason Graphite. They probably saw potential there. So Mason Graphite is $40 million. Cash, 13 million. I think they raised all this money here. They look like they're going to get in production, and nothing. Not very good. So yeah, you could have bought low here. Could have went up. If it was 1 month, you could have sold on the peak there if you thought it was ahead of schedule. But no one really saw this coming down. So now could be a good opportunity to buy. So they're raising interest rates, and stocks might go down in general. So you could get this for $20 million, $37 million. If that gets to 20, it's going to be quite a no-brainer just to buy. At least have a punt on some money you can spend for 20 million, because easily when this graphite runs, it's going to be $100 million stock. That's a 5x. Could go to 400 million. That's even more X's. So to make the money, you want to buy low, sell high, with a company that can actually get into production. So this is Mason Graphite. They've done the feasibility study. High grade, it looks like it will be one of the companies getting into production. Some people might say, well, do they need graphite for the anode battery? Yes, they do. If you watch a few videos on silicon anodes, solid state, it's not close. We need graphite for the next 10 years. Well, that's my opinion anyway. So we'll find this MPV, the study on mason graphite. Metals, nope. Here we are. So mason graphite costs them $258 million Canadian to build a mine, and the payback period is where is it? $3.7 years or 4 years. So if that price triples, that'll be 1 year payback period, meaning it's going to be extra good. So basically, Novon has a big capex because they're getting out of the ground and processing it. Mason graphite, smaller capex because they're not processing, they're just getting out of the ground. They're going to sell it to like China or someone else to process it, and then further on they might do their own processing. But this is just for getting it out of the ground and milling it into spherical graphite or something like that. So yeah, you see the figures there, and then we got the profit. Bear with me. So each year, $70 million in profit, post-tax cash flow. So you build the mine for $200 million, $250 million, and you get $67 million a year. But times that by 4 if the graphite price rises, or 3, then it could be a 1 year payback period, and you'll be laughing. And hopefully you bought in now before everything was going up, and you sell out when everything goes up, and rinse and repeat. If there's another revolution in some sort of thing, I don't know. But buy low, sell high. So what is buy low? Buy when the economy's down, everyone's in the doldrums, and the price of the material is in the doldrums, but you know in the future it's going to go well. So if you knew that lithium, we're going to need that lithium. If you did the sums, like, there's only so many mines, but we need this much lithium, there must be a change in the price. So it is with graphite. I think we need 400 million tons. These guys were only producing a percentage of that, so we need a lot of it to make the world go to electric vehicles. So that's just my thing, is finding the best graphite company to buy, which I think is Mason Graphite now. There's also IG6 in the ASX. There's Renascor, which is already grown. So I'm talking a sub $50 million company, because I see getting the most X's on return if that company can get into production. So you have to pick well, buy low, sell high. Thanks for watching if you watched this far, and maybe in the future my videos might get more editing, more pizzazz. But you don't need to watch a video on the stock market going down. Just have to think, yeah, we'll probably go down because rates are rising. But just be smart. Play the game. It's all a game. You gotta play to win. And don't pay too much for stuff. Know that when it's up, it's not gonna stay up. There's rhyme and reason. Like, things just don't go to $1 billion if they're only worth 200 million. You get the point. So thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.